Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures, and as you can see I'm stood here next to my very small but beautifully formed bee hotel. It's fabulous when it's in full working order. Unfortunately at the moment I've not got many visitors. However, I know someone that can help. The Bumblebee Conservation Trust have masses of information online of how you can get bumblebees into your garden. I've printed some off, and having looked through the literature, I know there's one item in my garden, and that's my chives that will come in really useful later on when they're in flower. So sit back, relax, and welcome to today's show. I got a little message through from the Bumblebee Conservation Trust, and they've done a fantastic series of documents, and you can download them. I've done the same here, and this one explains how to attract bumblebees when you grow your own food, fruit and flowers, and it's a fantastic document. It says all about your seeds you can buy in the plug plants, potted plants and bare root varieties, that's for your fruiting trees of course, and then it goes through in detail what attracts which bee, and it's really good. And it says apparently, and I knew this anyway, but it didn't nicely see it in print, that every single tomato you eat has been pollinated by a bumblebee, or should have anyway. And I mean, you can do it yourself, you can shake the plants and all sorts of things, but it's really important to get those bees in. And there's lots of information. I think I've got 6 sheets here printed up, and it's all about the different varieties. So we've got strawberries, tomatoes, French beans, runner beans, broad beans, peas of course, courgette, squash, pumpkins, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, blackcurrants, and on and on and on. It just goes on. Beautiful pages. They're nicely coloured in of course, and it really explains what the flowers do and how they get the bees into the garden. So please, if you've got any space, plant for the bees. It's really brilliant. What I love is though, right at the very end of these information leaflets, and well done to the Conservation Trust for bumblebees, you list a set of plants that need to be left in the ground after you've picked your main crop, because some plants, as we know from over the last couple of seasons, will flower after you're supposed to pick them out of the ground. And they've got a list here, so we've got onions and leeks, globe artichokes, it says mustard greens, kale and cabbages. And remember, I left my beautiful garlic to flower last time, and it was a beautiful, massive, big, beautiful flower off those. And well, you can also do companion planting as well. And we've got pot marigolds, it says, nasturtiums, chives, borage. Now I've never had borage, so I'm going to look into that, and sunflowers of course. And as we know, we've got our sunflower competition happening later in the year, so get planting your sunflowers in. But yes, once again, the Bumblebee Conservation Trust, you can go online, there's lots and lots of fantastic articles about how to attract them, what to make even a bumblebee home to attract them into your gardens, and keep them here, because that's what we want. Once again, thank you very much for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. It's been about bees today, hasn't it? And I really do love my bumblebee. Anyway, enough of the bees, and how about some more bees? My bluebell has finally come up in the greenhouse, and here's a photograph of that. Isn't it wonderful? I think it's a bit advanced actually, because the ones outside aren't as advanced, and here's a photograph of those to prove that too. But I'm sure if you've got some woods near you that have bluebells in, go and see them. When that mass of blue colour comes out, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm now just off to burn my bindweed. I've been picking it out of the greenhouse here. It's come up in the corner, so I've dug a foot square and got as much of the root as possible, because as you know, if you leave a tiniest bit of the root of a bindweed, it'll just regrow and set off again. If you can't dig it up, if you've got problems, it's in a problem area, get a pair of scissors or secateurs and cut it off at the floor level of your soil or your grass, and it'll keep popping up, and cut it off and cut off, because eventually what happens is it puts all its energy into producing leaves and the root system, that it'll just die off. It'll use too much energy and it'll run itself out. Some old folklore is you can put boiling water on, but I don't know what that'll do. You can put vinegar on, but if you do that, be very, very careful, because if there's any plants around it, it could affect them, because of course it is an acid of some description. Well, as I say, I'm going to burn this. Once again, thanks very much for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures, and I'll see you here very shortly on the allotment. Ta-ra for now.